So the business name is actually a very important and super foundational part of opening your business. And I'll give you at least 3 pieces of advice that I have gotten along the way on choosing a name for a business. So advice piece number 1 is don't name the business after yourself if it's not absolutely necessary. And the reason for that is because you don't know what's going to go on later on. And if later on you want to sell the business and you've named it Kyle Miller Enterprise or Kyle Miller Real Estate or Kyle Miller Insurance, then what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to find somebody who's going to be willing to take the name Kyle Miller Insurance, Kyle Miller Real Estate. And more than likely, that's going to really limit the number of buyers that you can get out there. If you've built everything around the brand Kyle Miller and the name Kyle Miller, it's very difficult for other people to jump on board with that. So you've limited your scope of buyers. So that's piece of advice number 1.
Piece of advice number 2 is name the company something that people can tell what it is you do just by reading the name. So for example, the franchise that I bought into was called Real Property Management. You knew just by reading the name that we managed real estate. We managed rental properties. And so it was really helpful, and you know that the franchise had to put a lot of thought into that to invest so much as to have a lot of people buy into that name. So the name itself tells people what we do. Which brings me to the third point, and that is your name should ideally be something that is keyword search engine optimized. And what I mean by that is that there are certain keywords when you search for whatever service or product it is that you provide or offer, there are certain keywords that will help people to find you whenever they're looking for just that simple service. So again, you couldn't Google real property management in South Carolina without having us pop up because our name has the keywords in it that they're looking for. So that's my points of advice for picking out a name for the company. I do think that there are actually 3 types of business plans, and you won't find this in a textbook, but I think that there is a business plan where you're asking for money, and that could be from a bank or from an actual investor, or there's a business plan where you're trying to convince somebody that they should partner with you and join in on this and devote time and effort and sweat equity. And then the third one, which is what we're going to cover, is an actionable business plan. And an actionable business plan is different from the other 2 in the fact that the other 2 are meant to convince other people that they should join your business or that they should invest in your business. The actionable business plan that we're going to cover is about putting action behind what you're doing.